that the year was 67, now is known to one and all. When a sickness on an animal, of a sudden it did fall. The saviour of our parish from every mouse and rat. Oh, he was a noble animal, was Timmy Coffey's cat.
Good cat.
But this cat, he got a headache, he lay on the windowsill. Said Tim, but for the slippy roads, I'd go for Dr. Bill. But the cat was worse next morning, his vision was obscured. And Tim called in a neighbour, a man called Paddy Stewart. No, Paddy viewed a sickly beast and then he walked about. Said this could be cat ages or it could be foot and mouth. Get him some magnesia tablets and a box of kitty cat. And before 9 days are past and gone, he will get big and fat. The cure was good, his whiskers stood, his eyes got big and bright. And many nasty mouse and rat indeed he put to flight. He chased them down through Brady's place and the trenches lying flat. They would run in helter-skelter before Timmy Coffey's cat.
Sonny Welsh, Balladeer from Caherhurley near Bodyke.
I like songs and I had all the old songs and I'd sing them to myself in the bog and frighten the birds out of it. But I knew I wasn't able to sing. And then I gave it up, but then I used to give 11 old recitations, big long ones, like Seamus O'Brien, could think of all them. But then I don't know what put me writing of myself actually. I think a Camogie team I think that we had, that they said why wouldn't I write something about it, and it wasn't so easy because they had 1-0. But that was the first of it I think, and then I went from that to tin cats and bullocks and hurlings and handballs and what have you.
In Sixmilebridge, Mrs. Christina Hoban is a prolific poet. She's been chronicling local and national events since she was first inspired by a local protest against a rise in the price of the pint.
Well, it's a good while ago. It's only 1 and 4pence then, as the song says. And, you know, I was listening to everybody's story about it, and we'll never drink, and we won't do this, and we won't do that. But I knew that that wasn't going to happen, that they'd still go in no matter what the price was. But there was one old man used to do jobs for me here. He was a handyman, very good character, and he'd always say, I'll follow it to a half a crown. And I'll pay, I won't drink any more if it passes a half a crown. But if he was alive now, it's gone away. But then I started to write this song, and one verse led to another, and as corners things were cropping up, I was adding another bit to it. And
would you give it to us now?
Well, I'll do a little bit of it first. And just read the first verse. Have you heard of the strike that is on in the bridge? Sure, the porter is all packed away in the fridge. 'Twas the boys' decision when the pint was increased, because they decided the pubs had them fleeced. The publicans met and decided to raise the price of the pint in their stock and trade. But says Lawrence to that, we'll not be outdone. We'll go on the dry and then we'll have fun.
A few miles away in the townland of Tirira near Kilkishen is the home of another local bard, P.J. Halloran.
Well, I was herding cattle with 2 neighbours, and I was waiting for them to come. We were looking at cattle, and I just had to lean over the bridge just to take a smoke and have a rest until they come to me. So I was looking at the river flowing, and it just ran to my mind where the Owenogarney flow. So when I came home or sometime later, I put a song together about it.
Could you say a bit of it?
The sun ascends its golden stair, and the moon is sinking low. The linnet song is on the air, and the cocks begin to crow. The opening flowers and tall green trees salute the dawn's bright glow, and the infant day has found its way where the Owenogarney flow. How sweet to ramble on its banks when the morning sun is new, where pleasant fields and bright sunbeams absorb the sparkling dew. the rivulets and streams abound, fast racing as they go. For to entwine their frothy brine, where the Owenogarney flow. Each water swell where foemen fell, and brave men foes denied. And in their days now long gone by, assembled on his side, for to uproot that poisonous mood sown by a foreign foe, and to plant the shrub of liberty where the Owenogarney flow. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe in you for a few minutes and you can all play up and so on. Will that do?